Are you all ready for tomorrow?
Is that tomorrow?
Yeah. We
that's
haven't
what I
heard
heard.
that. It was really fun to use that against him, I guess.
Yeah, he's always wanted to go. He might regret it now. I mean,
I'm Sunguk from South Korea. Jason, Dana, David, it's nice to see all of you.
Nice to
Nice
meet
to
you.
meet
Nice to meet you.
Before anything, all three of you are making your directorial debut with the feature-length animation. And
Yeah.
tomorrow is the big day, the first day of world
gosh.
premiere.
Yeah.
Are you all ready for tomorrow?
Is that tomorrow?
Yeah. We
that's
haven't
what I
heard that. I'm so excited. Genuinely, we've been working on this for almost 4 years now, and we've seen it a few times. It's now time for everybody else to see it, and I'm so proud of the film we made. So, it's ready.
Are you ready? And what about you two?
I just can't wait to share it with other people. Like Jason said, we have been living with these characters for 4 years now, and everyone else has missed them, and we have new characters to introduce them to, so I'm just excited for everybody.
Okay. What about you, Dana?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Ooh, I feel the confidence in you guys.
Well, you know, we do put so much love and passion into making it, but at a certain point, like, it's been done for a little bit now, and now I'm just ready for everyone else to see it. I'm ready for my kids to see it.
Absolutely.
That will be awesome.
Yeah.
How much did you give away to your kids?
Oh,
How
my
much-
son is 7, and he said no spoilers.
Oh.
So he doesn't know it. He doesn't want to hear it.
So the kids
ready.
know what it is like to see the Disney movie for the first time. They don't want to get spoiled.
Yeah.
Okay, I hope you have a good
Same
day
with my
tomorrow.
kids, by the way.
Really?
I'm not sure them.
And I'm really glad that they have it. They don't know anything about it yet, because I do think that the movie is pretty big and it takes you on this emotional ride that's funny, and I want them to have those moments with an audience and not take that away from them, just like everyone else will in the theaters.
And you know this movie will be their new favorite, right?
Well, it better
I
be.
hope
'cause
so.
we're-
Yes, I think it will be.
I know it's gonna be. Talking about this movie, and now that it's finished, I want to ask you about your chemistry as co-directors. If I'm right, Jason has been working at Disney for more than 2 decades.
Yeah.
And David has joined Disney for first Moana film. Before that, you worked in DreamWorks,
Yes.
which had different way of approaching animations. And if I'm right, Dana, it's your first feature-length animation, and before that, you have been working in genres like political thrillers or thrillers in general. So
Thriller.
every one of you has quite different background when it comes to making stories. So I know it's a core work, but what kind of individual distinguishable characteristics did you each bring to the table to make
Yeah.
this film?
Well, I will say I've been a story artist, so I draw and think about stories visually in pictures. I cannot write a script. Dana can, so I think that's a very easy one to just say. Like if I think our work complements each other. Dave and I both went to Kellogg together, so we kind of have a similar background.
Okay.
But I will say the chemistry that works is both. It's a visual medium and an incredible story, and obviously dialogue that Dana and Jared wrote together. And I think that actually works together. We, think about things visually. Dave did this incredible drawing, I'm speaking for you, of Moana in front of a gigantic whale shark. That was like one of the first drawings he ever did, and it's in the film. So
Yeah, we push back and forth on each other. Like, I feel like we get the best work just
Yeah.
through the chemistry. But, any one of us, I don't think, could have made this on our own. And it's like the chemistry of all of us working together. It's been real special.
And I feed them candy to get my way.
So much candy.
a lot. Because I love candy, I'm a sucker for it.
Okay, he mentioned something about making a story. I want to ask you about the story and in general. This is a sequel to Moana, which was released in 2016.
Yeah.
To make a sequel, you have to fully understand the first film and have a firm definition of what the first film was about.
Yeah.
So everybody has their own interpretation. So from director's point of view,
Yeah.
how did you interpret Moana and how did you expand the story and the world from that point?
Oh, I'll take that one. That first film was really about Moana reconnecting to her past, figuring out who she is by knowing where she came from. And by the end of that film, she's gone on this incredible journey, and she's really taken ownership of who she is. She's meant to be on the ocean, but she's meant to be back with her family. And so it was really important to us that we just build on that. We not try to revisit that, not try to put her through that same journey again. And so knowing all of that about her, we really focused on thinking about what kind of leader she is now. That's why we come in 3 years later. She's had a little bit of time to become a leader, but she's growing up. And part of growing up is looking forward to the future, especially when you're leading your people. You have a little sister to think about. And so we really built a story around Moana leading her people into a new future. So that first film is about the past, and the second film is about the future.
Personally, I love the theme you touched. From the first stage of the film, we get to see the fear in Moana. Like from the first film, when all that thing you have is given, it's easy to throw them away and take risks. But during the 3 years, there are things that she earned, she achieved as a leader. When you have something that you have earned, it's really difficult to take risks. So I loved how you touched the fear that's conjuring inside her. So how did you come up with that approach to the
I think a lot of it was, in the first film, she didn't know enough to know what she was risking when she set out. And now, literally, she changed the world around her. She changed her people and their connection with the ocean. And she has this little sister now, Simea, that represents the future of all her people. And she wants to give Simea the whole ocean. So if she doesn't go and defeat this curse, her little sister can never fulfill her dreams of being, giving her the whole ocean and finding connection. So she has more to fight for now. It's true.
And more to lose.
Yeah.
Right? And that's
True.
exactly what you're saying.
Yeah,
So-
that's both. Yeah,
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
But that's a much more grown-up sensibility, or it's something that she has never had to deal with before. So we absolutely, very much on purpose, played with that, because it gave us new things to show where Moana is at in her life. And obviously, even with Maui and his character in that relationship, we put them in incredible circumstances that they'd never been in before, and we get to watch as audiences, but as filmmakers too, reacting to how they would react. But because they care about each other and they've grown to be so bonded, it was really fun to use that against them, I guess, but in the best possible way from a storytelling standpoint.
True, in the best possible way.
Yeah.
And we keep mentioning this new character, Simea, which was really adorable. I just love her. So let's talk a little bit about new characters coming to this adventure.
Sure.
When you look back at the Moana, the first film, the story heavily focused on Maui and Moana's adventure. It's only two going on the adventure. And a little bit of hey hey.
Yeah.
From this trailer, we got teased that there will be new characters joining to the Moana's adventure. So in the perspective of expanding the world, expanding this intriguing world of Moana, what were the considerations when making these new characters?
Yeah. It's a great question.
I think a big thing is bringing a crew on board allows Moana to show us how she's the leader. And we've got this crew.
True.
They're not the best crew at
No,
first.
no,
They've
really.
never been out on the ocean. They've definitely never gone on an epic adventure. They don't have a magic hook to help them get through tough situations. And so it was really important to us, in part of showing her growth as a character, of just really showing what it means for her to lead. And the crew don't make it easy on her.
Nope.
But I think what's really incredible is it's in the tough times that people show us who they are. And all of the crew, they really show up for Moana. And I think she shows up for them as well.
True, that's true. I can feel that. And this time, it's also teased that Pua will be on the journey too.
You know it.
Oh, he has to be.
We give the people what they want.
Yeah, I
he was
really
coming.
wanted that. So we will
Right.
get to see Pua doing some heroic things in this movie. Wow.
Yeah, he's always wanted to go. He might regret it now. I mean, he is born on the island. He's lived on the island, but yeah, he's going on this adventure.
He's not as brave as he wishes.
Yeah, exactly.
We got that tease from the trailer. So yeah, we'll have to see from the full movie. And let's talk a little bit about the villain. Another special thing about Moana was that there were enemies to defeat, but there wasn't a traditional villainous character, a Disney villain.
Yeah.
But from this trailer, we see some characters who seems like a villain for Disney animation. So will we get to see a real villains in this animation, or will we continue the journey of these people finding new world?
I would say that. Oh, go ahead.
No, this is a story about connection. Moana is striving to connect her people to other people of the ocean. And there is a God who is a God of disconnection, who is trying to keep people separated. So Moana definitely has to confront this curse and overcome it in order for people to be reunited.
I was just going to say, one of the things, this movie is still very much in the universe of Moana's universe. And so we're not really departing from that in the sense, but, the gods of the Pacific are really tied to nature. And so it was really exciting for us to think about what what could Moana go up against that was even bigger than Taka? That was even scarier and that would put her crew in more peril. And so that's how we sort of developed this idea of an epic storm cursed by the god of storms that she goes up against. And I really don't think you've seen anything like it in an animated film before. So.
True. At the like, I'm not giving away anything, but at the later part of the movie, there are visually, story-wise, there are really things happening in the later half of the movie. You have to go check it out.
Things happen.
On a big screen, because I don't think it needs to be seen on a big screen.
On a big screen. I saw it, and I just. No, I'm not giving away anything. Okay.
Okay.
It's time for me to wrap things up. So it was really nice talking to you, and I hope this
Likewise.
movie do great, and we'll see another Moana's adventure in the future. Thank you very much.
so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Those
you.
were great
If they were
questions.
세 분의 감독님과 나눴던 대화는 그렇게 마무리되었습니다. 모아나는 현재 극장에서 만나보실 수 있으니까요. 궁금하신 분들은 직접 확인해보세요. 영상 재밌었다면 구독하고 좋아요 눌러주시고 댓글 달아주시는 거 잊지 말아주시고요. 저는 다음번 다른 영상으로 돌아오도록 하겠습니다. 지금까지 전 천재이승국의 이승국이었습니다. 감사합니다. 바이바이.